Hey friends, Neil here with Post to Post, back at you with another ranking of a team's jersey history. We just got done a couple of other teams, now we're into Nashville. And Nashville has a history that's, I would say, at least interesting. I think there's excellent moments of their jersey history and really some kind of flubs or mistakes. And I'd say that the team is trending in not an amazing direction, but not really a bad direction either. There are a couple of jerseys I don't like. A lot of the jerseys I do love. Let's get into it and let's discuss it. Starting off with my least favorite, number 11. So I've got 11 files to go through here, and I've kind of split them up a little bit differently, as I usually do if you're familiar with the channel. But I've combined a couple. So not this one, not number 11. This is the 2017 away jersey. And anything in the Adidas years, I classified into different files or different rankings. So for example, in the Reebok years, you might see some combo jerseys of a home and away. But anything after Adidas is individual. So I felt like this is, to me, almost by far the worst Nashville Predators jersey. I'm just not a huge fan of it, and I think it's the amount of yellow and the lack of blue. I don't mind yellow as the primary color. I think it's just the way that Nashville uses it, it underutilizes the blue, and I love the blue. Like, blue and yellow is probably my favorite color combination in the entire NHL. St. Louis it is a perfect example of a team that can really pull off yellow and blue together. Buffalo as well, or gold, whatever you want to call it. I don't really care. But this jersey, for me, there's just too much yellow and not enough blue. And I think it's a little bit boring. And I think it's maybe time that Nashville really switches things up here a little bit. Maybe not necessarily with their home. I'm okay with their home, I guess. But their away specifically, I would love to see something a little bit differently. Number 10, I put the Winter Classic jersey. Now, I don't mind this jersey in terms of like the overall design. There's just one specific thing, I guess maybe two, but one specific thing that really, really bugs me. I've mentioned it on the channel before when I've talked about this jersey. It's the fact that the top of the L in Nashville, the second L, does not touch the line. I think that's good. But the bottom of the P in Predators touches the line on the bottom. Either they both touch or none of them touch. Don't make one touch and the other one touch. It looks like it's off. It looks like a mistake. So, and that drives me nuts. I'm also not a huge fan of the text on the front. I would prefer a logo, but I like the way the jersey looks. I like the white as the primary color. I like there's a big swash of color in the middle. But yeah, I would just fix the logo a little bit. Number 9, I put the Stadium Series jersey from 2022, the Smashville one. I thought it was very bold, I guess. It's very, very Stadium Series. Like, I think even though this is ranked 9th, this is kind of the point where I really don't mind the jerseys, and I would say maybe I even like them a little bit. And I think Nashville probably executed the perfect Stadium Series jersey here. They did something that was outside the box. I mean, literally outside the yellow box. The letters come outside of it. It was bold, makes you go like, whoa, okay, that's not necessarily something I've seen before. To me, that's what I want from a Stadium Series jersey. I want something a little bit bold and aggressive, and that's exactly what this is. And they use their nickname, Smashville, on the front. So while it's not my favorite design for any team, but it is a very interesting design, and I wouldn't necessarily say it's bad by any means. I don't think it's good or great, but I don't think it's bad. Number 8, I put the current home jersey. This is a photo of the Adidas jersey, but still, I mean, the Fanatics one basically looks exactly the same. I think that it looked a little bit better in the Reebok years. I guess we'll talk about that here soon. But it's just okay in the Adidas years. I think there could be more utilization of blue, maybe in the shoulders. I'm not sure, but this is definitely better than the away jersey, in my opinion. Next is the previous home and away in the Reebok years from 2011 to 2013. And then in 2016 as well. I think there was an alternate in there at some point. But this was, I remember back, I think the season was the 2016-2017 season. That's the season that Nashville snuck into the playoffs at the very end. They played Chicago in the first round, and I think they swept them. And I remember everyone really kind of getting on the Nashville bandwagon. And the yellow jersey, like that in the Reebok years, there's something about it. And I really, really appreciated it at the time. I never got a chance to get my hands on it, but I really liked it. I just think it looks better in the Reebok cut versus the Adidas one. And that's very rare for me to say. Usually it's the other way around. Things look better in Adidas than they do Reebok. But I don't think that's the case here. I also think that their away jersey was better. And you can see that included here. I included the both home and away in this specific number 7 ranking. So let's move on. Number 6, the 2001 alternate jersey. Now this is iconic. It's the mustard tiger or whatever you want to call it. It's very iconic. It is kind of ugly, but it's such a meme that it's amazing. That's why it was Reverse Retro 2.0, which we'll see here soon. So I like it for the like nostalgia factor. I like the bottom of the sleeves. The bottom of the sleeves are pretty cool. It was interesting to have a new logo, but it is maybe objectively ugly. Next, the home and away from 2007 to 2011 specifically. So this is when they used blue as a primary color. Yellow was always just a secondary or tertiary color at this point. They still used a lot of gray. But this was the era, or close to the era, that I loved from Nashville. I think they had an incredible brand here. I'm so sad that they went away from the blue, but I understand. I mean, there's a lot of blue teams in the NHL. Yellow is very unique, or gold. So I don't necessarily disagree with the decision from like a marketing standpoint, but personally, I prefer these color-wise. But yeah, great jerseys, home and away. Not my favorite blue jerseys, but still pretty good. And then this alternate from 2009 2011, I think it was, that they wore this one. And this is maybe the perfect kind of reverse retro that you could do, like Reverse Retro 2.0. I really wish they kind of went that direction. And maybe not exactly like this because it's called reverse. So I don't know what exactly you would do. But I think this is like one of the better ones. Now, I will say I don't like the checkered pattern in the stripes. I've never been a fan of that, but excluding that, the rest of the jersey is good. Number 3, Reverse Retro 2.0. So while I dogged on it a little bit there in that last one, I still really like it. Like, this is a great design. Unfortunately, it's not in my collection on purpose, not necessarily because I hate it or because it's I don't think it's worthy of it or anything. It's just that it's so close to this one, and I already have this one, that I just felt like, well, yeah, I could buy it, but I mean, it just wouldn't really feel super unique because I have this one. So I decided not to get it, but I really appreciate Nashville kind of doing it and bringing it back. I don't think it was the best decision they could have made. I think it was a missed opportunity, but I think it was still a decent decision for sure. That's why it's number 3. Number 2, it's the one I'm wearing here right now. It is the Reverse Retro 1.0. Now, if you've been watching the channel for a while, you're about to hear me say something you've already heard me say multiple times, but I will say it for the new people. This is one of the most comfortable jerseys I've ever worn as a hockey fan, regardless of Adidas, Reebok, Fanatics, whatever. This jersey is incredible. The texture, or the material here, and the texture of it, it's very stretchy. It's so comfortable. If you ever see this out in the wild on eBay or anywhere, a friend trying to sell it, pick it up. Seriously, pick it up. It is an awesome jersey to wear and to look at. I love the gray on the shoulders. I think that's incredible. I'm so happy that they did this as the Reverse Retro 1.0. It was one of my favorites. Not at first, but after a while, after I bought it, moved up the list big time. And number 1, I put the OG jerseys. Yeah, I did. I put the 1998-2007 home and away. I think this was peak Nashville in terms of look. I love the amount of blue and silver in the home, and I love the amount of blue and silver in the away too. I think the shoulders are fantastic on the away jersey, letting that logo breathe on the white as well down there, and there is still some yellow in there. So selfishly, I think Nashville is trending in the wrong direction because obviously you can see my ranking. I prefer the original OG days of Nashville, and I think I'm maybe in the minority there. I think maybe most people disagree with that, and that's definitely okay. But I think Nashville is maybe trending in the wrong direction. But I think there's an opportunity, like if Nashville wanted to keep this general like yellow primary look, home, away, maybe they make this Reverse Retro kind of look their new home whenever they rebrand or something. That's cool. Yellow is a primary, I'm not totally against that. But give us an alternate that's blue as the primary. Whether it's a retro kind of look like we have here, which is the original home, or it's the away, throw that in there as well. But just an alternate that is different than the primary yellow. That's really what I want from Nashville. I don't have my pitchforks out trying to get them to rebrand away from the yellow. Like I'm fine with that, obviously. That would be great. But I don't care if they continue with the yellow. Just give me something from Nashville that has a little bit more blue as the primary, or a little bit less yellow maybe, or I guess maybe not less yellow, but a better utilization of yellow and blue together if yellow is going to be the primary. So yeah, that's how I feel. Even with that said, I think Nashville has a lot of good jerseys in the collection. I think they've done some great things, and they definitely deserve a lot of recognition for some of their jerseys out there. And I have a feeling that they're going to do some pretty cool stuff in the future as well. I'd keep my eye on this team to kind of come out with some interesting designs. I think there's a lot of opportunity and potential there, not just brand-wise, but color-wise as well. So I think we'll keep our eye on Nashville moving forward. They have one of the best logos in the NHL, one of the best names in the NHL, and they play in one of the best cities that the NHL has as well. So there's lots of opportunity for the Nashville Predators to come up with something pretty cool, and I'm looking forward to that in the future. Great team. I like to watch them as well. Good team to watch. And I guess I'll just mention, of course, some of the graphics that you saw in this video are from the NHL database, uniform database. Great site. If you want to go check it out, definitely go give that a peek. Amazing site for your research and stuff on uniforms and designs. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Let me know down below in the comment section how you feel about Nashville's jersey history. You'll have your own ranking. It's going to be different than mine, of course, but that's the fun. Everyone has their own opinions and views on designs and logos and jerseys and all that good stuff, and colors too. So let me know what you think. If you did enjoy this video, of course, hit the like button, and if you're new and you want to see more videos from this series, the NHL Jersey Histories Ranked, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. Have a great night, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Adios.